Boo.
I know. All right, let's go ahead and do quick character introductions.
Hours.
We'll start with Dan.
Put my character sheet. Where did I put my character sheet?
Just a short little blurb. You don't have to do like the whole backstory.
Um, Ernest Ironway is a dwarf of about average height. He looks particularly downtrodden and rough, particularly unwashed and dirty. He always carries with him a quill and a notebook to take notes in. For the most part, he also sips between a flask he has hidden somewhere on his person, which moves about to individual pockets, but he always seems to know where it is.
All right, Chris.
I am playing Grimulf Stonebreaker, a rather short dwarf. He is constantly wandering the land, trying to find out information about a certain noble. Much like Dan's character, he also is always dirty. And he also is constantly sipping alcohol of some sort.
Okay. T.
My character is Lily, one of the two Esther siblings. I'm the older of the two. I am playing a rogue that dabbles in a little bit of thievery, and she basically is trying to avenge her parents' death.
All right. Peter.
I'm the younger brother of the Aster siblings. I'm an elf. I'm a mage. He's quite intelligent, quite a fellow. He knows how to read and write. And want to, he's well educated. And he's very protective of his sister, and he's trying to, like she said, find my parents' killer.
All right. And Joe.
Okay, so I'm not good at this, but I try to do something. Yeah, so my character is Gar, the orc warrior. Basically, strong, uneducated, very quiet person, and a lot of crap has happened in my life, including random stuff: mom, sisters dying, brothers missing. My big thing is I'm looking for a halfling in red who I think is responsible for butchering my family. And there are three things in life that I love: booze, fighting, and elven women.
Oh my god.
Elton.
This will be so much fun.
Yes. So just to remind everybody that you are on Earth, about 500 years prior to now, a ritual was performed by the polytheistic followers of many pantheons, which caused the tectonic plates of Earth to shift, opening up rifts in the land. The major rift in Europe would be in the Rhine River Valley. I'm sure there are others, but right now we're focusing on that because you are in the Frankish kingdoms. It is 1025 AD. By this time, normally Christianity would have had a very strong hold in the region. Not so much here. So you'll find a lot of followers of the Celtic religions and small smattering of Christians and Jews and whatnot. So, to start this off, you have all decided to go to the Spring Festival in Troyes for whatever reason. So the day is bright and sunny, yet there is still a slight chill in the air from the receding winter. In Troyes, merchants in tents have begun their day by peddling their wares. Several street performers have gathered a small crowd about them in the north of the small square. created by the tent merchants. As you take in your surroundings, you notice a hooded figure climb into the back of a wagon, carrying an oversized crate in its bed. Let me put you on the map that you're seeing. You guys are in the northeasternmost section of the map. I kept the tokens real simple, so.
And where is this wagon?
You're about to see it. Bam!
And it pops out of nowhere.
Boom! It's like magic. While this is going on, Ernest, if you would make a perception check.
Aye, aye, Captain.
If you have seeing as a focus, go ahead and do seeing if you like.
I don't think I have seeing. Perception. I have no focuses.
Okay. Right.
Of course.
No stunt. You think, I mean, just for a split second, out of the corner of your eye, in your peripheral vision, you see a merchant that you recognize. But as you turn to look, there's nothing there.
Which direction? Is it towards the?
No,
That's
it just out of the corner of your eye to your right. So in either this tent or that tent, it's hard to tell. You just think you see that the merchant, and when you look, there is nothing. You
which
just
tent
see
or which tent? I didn't see a ping.
either this tent or this tent. Did you see the ping that time?
No. Can you
I didn't see
my
any
ping?
ping either. Oh, there's the first one.
That
That's my
one?
ping.
That's your ping, yeah. You're not seeing that ping.
Nope.
Oh, there we go.
No, that's mine.
No,
I would've
that's-
said
Oh,
there.
okay.
Cool, yeah.
Here or here? Oh,
That's fine.
you know what? I know why you're not seeing the ping.
You're on the wrong layer.
Yep. Hate that
Do that
so
all the
much.
time.
That one.
All right.
Oh, look, there's a
For
ping.
that one.
Okay.
Oh my god.
What do these are these booths?
These are tents.
Yeah. Are the tents selling anything?
Yeah, they're all traveling merchants. They're all here for the festival to sell to the locals, to sell to people who are coming in to take part in the festival. But we'll get to that. So as you are seeing this figure off to the right, just in your peripheral, this oversized, this wagon carrying an oversized crate in its bed shows up, and a hooded figure jumps up into the wagon bed, and raises both their hands and shouts, "May the Deep Inferni find satisfaction in this sacrifice." And as the figure shouts that, they use their foot to push the crate from the bed of the wagon, which crashes to the ground and bursts open. The figure then climbs out of the wagon and heads towards the north. Gar, if you would like to make a perception check, because you're the closest one.
Are we all within audible distance of this?
Yeah, I mean, this person yelled pretty loudly.
Do we make? Is there like a history check that we can make to figure out what in the world Deep Inferni is?
You can, yes.
Is that an intelligence check?
That would be, I believe, an intelligence check. Let me double check. I have all that crap over here.
Oh yeah, I have historical lore.
historical lore and intelligence.
Yeah. Then you can make a historical lore.
Neat.
Would it be also culture? Because I actually have it in culture lore as well.
To an extent, yes.
I
Okay.
get 6 stunt points too. How can I stunt on my knowledge?
Very, very carefully. So both of you, does Lily have? She has cultural lore as a focus.
Yes, as well as natural as well.
And do you have the lore talent
How do I know that?
under your talents? Does Ernest have the lore talent?
I have lore, yes.
Okay. So basically, Lily and Ernest both know that the and Furry are what the undergods, the gods of the underworld, were called before, like, Hades came along, and it is just what they called that group of gods.
So does it have an infernal context to it? Is it like an evil context, or is it just gods of the underworld?
Just gods of the underworld. It ranges from Hades, Orcus.
Would we understand that this is or is not appropriate for the situation that we're in?
Yes, you would.
I'm going
Would
to guess
this-
this is not appropriate.
Would this also cause an alarm for the fact that like they just broke something in that wagon and could be causing some issues?
And I'm getting to that. You guys wanted to
Okay.
make that check when you heard the name, which is understandable. So I'm waiting for Gar to make a perception check.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
That's okay.
Wait, click and drag.
Yeah, just click the little thing. Okay, so while you're inside the tent, all the walls of the tent are open to let the breeze through, and you notice out of the corner of your eye, and you kind of glance that way when you hear this guy yelling. You kind of see where he went. You lose track of him though after the crate busts open, and emerging from the crate is a large monstrosity.
Does he get any extra stuff because he has 4 stunt? Because he rolled double 4s.
Stunting is...
Exploration. Was that counted as exploration?
That'd be like an RP stunt, I think.
Oh, okay. Oh, there is RP stunts.
Yeah.
Neat. Cool.
I mean, if he wants to flirt with it, he can.
I don't know
It's gonna be
what
one
that
of those
means.
kind of games.
You can choose to not use your stunt points if there's nothing that really applies to that situation, which I don't think there is. But you see where the hooded figure runs, and then bursting from this crate is a large and hulking humanoid. The creature quickly looks around, and you can make out parts of its body where skin is clearly missing. With a guttural roar, the likes of which you have never heard, it reaches out and grabs the first person in front of it, which happens to be the bard.
That jazz man?
Jazz man. It raises the street performer over its head and rips one of their arms from its socket, spraying blood across its chest and down its torso. Roll initiative.
Okay.
Is
That's
the
not
blood
roll.
doing anything to the monstrosity, like causing it to swell in power or anything like that?
It does not appear so.
Okay. And how do we roll for initiative here?
That's better news.
It is. There should be. I think it's just your dex, and there is initiative in your dex.
Can you be initiative focused?
Yes, you can. So you get a bonus to it.
Cool.
Dang.
Lily, roll an actual initiative check though, so you show up in the list. Why didn't Gar show up?
That's a good question.
Oh, you didn't select your token.
Oh.
Yeah, you have to select your token. Don't worry about it. I will go ahead and add your guys to the list. Since you already rolled.
Which one of these lovely tokens is me?
You are the green G with Gar written underneath it.
Oh,
OG.
gotcha.
The OG
With my
from-
name on it.
Yes. Alright.
You want me to re-roll?
No, I'll just go ahead and add you guys manually. And type
The
in your
leg with the letters. Nice. Or gel, I guess.
Leo got... Where the heck are you at? 12. And Gar got... 13. Alright, let me add the monstrosity. And roll. Once I find my sheet. Why didn't Gar's thing stay?
I can just re-roll again.
No,
Makes
that's
sense
good.
easier.
I gotcha. Alright. Monstrosity goes first. It seems really, really content to munch on this person's arm. But as it's doing that, this guy's like dead. The other people are like running away, like no, why? Why? This merchant's like, oh shit, go over here. Gar, it's your turn.
Oh. Alright, well. Yeah, I wanna go hit it.
Okay. Is T in the same room as you? Can she help you
Yeah,
out
right
with?
next to me.
Okay. So she can kind of help you out with that.
Okay. Oh, duh, I can just look. Hold on.
Wait, what are we doing? Okay, so he wants to move. Okay, so is
Hitting things.
running the distance that we're allowed to go?
So your speed, each is 10 for, no, sorry, I don't know what Gar's speed is, but like the monstrosity speed is 10, which means it can move 10 squares.
So I can move 11 squares.
Yes, so yes, you can definitely get to it.
Okay. Oh, crap.
Okay, you see how I'm moving with zero?
Yep.
That tells you the distance. So you could move your character there.
Because that speed is basically in yards, but Roll20 doesn't do yards, so I just said, let's just do units. Alright, so Gar charges up to the creature.
When you go under talents to attack?
I have a two-handed maul.
Okay.
I want to bash its face in.
Okay. Under your inventory, you should have them all listed as a weapon.
Yep.
And there should be a little die off to the right-hand side of it.
Ugh.
15 to hit. That does hit it. For 12 damage and no stunt. Alright. Anything else from Gar?
So is this just movement, attack, and then that's it? Or
Yeah, there's a minor action too if you wanted to take one of your minor actions.
I'm okay right now.
Okay. Then we will move on to Leo.
So I'll step in front of my sister out of instinct
Alright.
here. So if I wanted to cast 20 yards, how do I cast Shadow Dagger? Like, I just want to throw a Shadow Dagger at it from the system.
If it's under your grimoire, there should be and it has roll information, and there should be a die next to it.
Oh.
Are each of these each square 3 yards?
Yeah. Well, no, it's 1 yard.
Oh, okay.
So you step up for your sister, and you begin to manipulate.
I point my quill at it, and then a dagger forms out of my quill, and then I shoot it.
All right. So you begin to manipulate the mana around you, and so the target number you had to reach was 11, and you did roll and reach that target number. So you create the dagger, and it shoots out at the creature. Roll a 1d6 plus 1 for damage.
1d6 plus 6.
1d6 plus 1. Alright.
Yes.
So the dagger strikes the creature in the left shoulder, kind of throwing it back a little bit, but it doesn't seem to do a lot of damage. Anything else?
No. That'll be it.
Alright. Ernest.
Alright, so I guess seeing all that's going on, Ernest is going to kind of turn around and take stock of things. He kind of just sits there dumbly for a second, but upon seeing Blue L over there, what's your character's name? I think it's covered up.
Leo.
Leo take out a quill and cast a spell. This kind of piques his interest a bit. And then seeing this huge monstrosity, he just kind of takes a long swig from, as a free action, take a long swig from the powder from his little flask in his belt. And then I guess I'm just going to shoot a bolt at this thing.
Okay.
Start off slow. Let's just roll Arcane Blast.
Yeah.
12.
So 12 does not hit the does not beat the defense of the monstrosity. So your arcane blast just goes slightly wide.
And just to make sure, the stunt points, there has to be a double of the last one, or if there's any doubles at all, it's the last one.
It's any doubles at all, and the last one is your stunt point points.
Got it.
All right, Grimwolf.
Okay. Hearing the screams of the bard as he's being dismembered.
Oh yeah.
Grimolf is going to chug down the rest of his beer, throw the flagon on the ground. As he is running towards the monstrosity, he is going to toss a silver at the barkeep, unsheath his axe, and is going head on into battle.
Yeah. Both Gar and Grimolf were in a tent that was essentially a beer tent.
Makes sense. Yep.
I'm not getting along with this guy.
I can move 8 spaces, so I'm going to go right outside, probably by wherever that box was, and kind of be right in front of that. And this should auto-calculate the focus I have in axes, Tanya?
Yeah, as long as you have the correct drop-down option under the weapon.
I do. Okay. Oh, yeah, there it is. 17.
Yeah. That hits it. Alright. You charge at it and kind of climb up onto that now dismantled crate and take a good swing, like, down at it. Almost cleaving one of its arms from its body. But while it's just kind of hanging there, it's still there, and it still seems to be functional.
Okay.
Lily.
We can move, attack, and move again. Is that correct?
What?
Can we?
Your mic's not on.
I know, but I hear myself in your microphone.
Don't talk so loud.
Okay, can we move, attack, and then move again?
No.
Okay.
This system is not quite so forgiving.
Fair enough. I am going to move here and am going to Morningstar's face.
Okay.
All right, let's hope it hits. Dang it.
An 11 does not get past its defense. You move forward, Morningstar in hand, and take a swing at it, and it just kind of like flings its arm up and deflects your Morningstar. Brings us back to the monstrosity. Okay. So the monstrosity is going to use its tooth and claw. It is going to first bite into the arm that it's holding because he's still holding it and he really, really likes his arm.
It's like a turkey leg.
And then he's going to, while like still gnawing, like holding the arm up to his face, it is going to reach out and claw at Gar. 19 to hit, which I believe does, because your defense is 11, so it's 7 damage. But because you have an armor class of 4, you can reduce the damage by 4, so it's 3 damage. So if you click on your token, the red circle that has 32 in it, click on that and just type in -3 and hit enter, and it'll auto deduct from your bar there.
Sounds good.
All right. That is the monster. Let me make sure that nothing weird happens because he hit you. Yes. Also make a, because it did hit you, make a willpower. If you have self-discipline as a focus, you can use that, or just make a self-discipline check for me. Oh. So as the claws rake across your flesh, you kind of feel this weird numbing sensation at the wound, but you shake off any effects that may have come from it. Gar, you're up.
Okay, so I'm gonna come back around with another swing of my maul.
Okay. Let's see, 14. That does hit. That is 14 damage. Damn. You also have 3 stunt points.
Cool.
So if you go under where your character sheet is located, under gameplay information, and then there's some stunt information. There is combat stunts.
Oh man.
Where do you see this?
Oh, so go under. Okay, so the second tab right here.
Yeah.
So under stunt information is combat stunt.
Oh. Yep.
And then just click on the negative. Yep.
Oh, cool.
So you have 3 stunt points you can use. So you can use you can either do like a lightning attack if you want to use all of your stunt points, which basically gives you a second attack on the creature. You can pierce the armor. That's nah. You could do mighty blow, which will just add a d6 to your current attack.
That's what I'm thinking.
It's totally up to you.
Oh wait, I'll use lightning attack.
Yeah, it gives you a second, but you have to make it a second attack roll.
Right. With the weapon still, though?
Yes, with the same weapon.
Cool.
All right. So you go in for your first attack, and the weapon slams into the monstrosity. Catching it off guard, you notice you have the opportunity to go in for a second attack. However, it sees your telegraphed movements and ducks out of the way. Leo.
A little panic that his sister went in at this monstrosity, head on. He goes and chases after. Yeah. Can I see the I was on top of a person. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I say sorry while passing that person, and then
You just trample. That's whatever.
yeah, and then Can I see the monster from here? Probably
Let's
not.
see if you have line of sight. Yeah, because you're under that awning, you can kind of make out past. I mean, just past the tent. Yeah.
Or do I go in the tent and can I still see him?
No, if you go in the tent, you can't see it.
Oh.
Because you're in the tent.
Oh, okay. So from here I can still see it.
Yes.
And then I will just be like, take a deep breath and just point my quill again. Be like, die. Then put another shadow dagger.
Alright. Alright. Roll a 1d6 plus 1. For 2 damage.
Like just kidding, and then my card back.
You run up next to your sister. You are so distraught about the fact that she ran up to this creature. And while you can still maintain the ability to cast the spell, you just don't seem to put enough oomph into it.
As I look at him and go, really? That's all you did?
They're like, hey. And then go back and writing in a book. I'm trying to sketch the monster.
Okay. Brings us to Ernest.
Am I still able to aim at this distance without distraction? Is there like a shooting into combat thing in Fantasy Age?
I don't believe so. So as long as you're within range of your weapon, you should be good.
I think so. I forgot to check that the last time. I guess that's my fault. 16.
Yeah, you're fine.
Well, I'm gonna guess is units.
Yeah.
So seeing everybody kind of in there, I'm gonna kind of groan a little bit. I'm gonna take the quill, my quill, and kind of aim down the veritable sight that is the feather. Stick out my tongue a little bit, and then doodle a little bit in the air until it summons another arcane bolt.
Okay.
Which I think this should do.
Yeah, go into your inventory though, because there we go. I was gonna say we added it to an actual attack, not the.
Yeah.
All right. 13 does get past it just barely gets past its defense. So as Gar is like coming around for his second swing, you kind of like see the opening between him and Lily, and take the opportunity to cast your arcane blast, which does strike the creature, singeing its grotesque flesh ever so slightly. It is still standing.
I'm going to look somewhat pleased with myself, take another drink, and move a little bit forward.
Alright. Grimwolf.
Okay. I am going to, again, swing away with the battle axe.
Alright.
And I did that twice by accident.
The first one hits.
Okay.
How do you want to do it?
I would like to kind of hop up onto the box that it fell out of and kind of get a leaping strike onto it.
Okay.
And just kind of cleave downwards.
Okay. You hop up onto the crate. And you decide, let's go for broke. Let's hop up on the wagon too. take a step back into the bed of the wagon, and then just run and leap off the wagon bed and bring your axe down, like straight down in the same spot you had almost cleaved his arm off, and your axe cuts in to the torso and stops about mid sternum before the creature groans and drops to the ground.
Sweet. Okay. I will kind of put my foot on it and wrench out my axe blade.
All right. What would you guys like to do now that the monstrosity has been defeated?
I look around and look at Gar and Grove going, hello?
I'm gonna eventually slowly make my way up to the group as it is.
Okay.
I want to make sure. I look at make sure the body, make sure it's officially dead. If not, I want to try to like save the guy. Is
Okay.
he officially dead?
Yeah, he's. I mean, his limb was ripped from his body, and there is a very large pool of blood beneath him.
He bled out.
Is his instrument still there? I just want to know.
Yeah,
what
it's like
instrument was he playing.
panpipes.
I take it, but just putting it out there.
And then I look at my brother and give him a wink. Say good job.
Okay.
So now I have panpipe. Nice.
All right. Several minutes go by, and as the creature lays dead at your feet, several armed individuals come running into the area carrying spears and wearing what appears to be the uniform of the Troya's city guards. Along with the guards comes another man dressed in finery with a slighter build than the guards themselves. The guards appear ready for a fight, but skid to a halt as they see the creature, eyes wide with surprise at the size and makeup of the monster. Several look to their comrades, and a whispered conversation begins to take place within their ranks. The slender man steps forward and eyes the scene as well. His eyes go wide in surprise and horror for a moment before he is able to compose himself. He steps towards you and extends his hand and says, "It would appear you have everything under control. Let me be the first to thank you on behalf of the city. Oh, and introduce myself. I'm Remy Duval, head of the Merchants Guild. And let me also say that I could use a group of individuals such as yourselves, steadfast and unwavering in the face of danger. If there is anything, if there is something that you might be interested in, please stop by my office later today."
So we are
Where's
under
your
no
office?
threat of being arrested with that.
What?
So we are under no threat of being arrested with that.
Correct.
You're definitely friends.
He seems very interested in the fact that we just took down this monstrosity.
Yes. He seems quite pleased with the fact that his guards don't have to do it.
I asked him, does he know why this may have occurred?
He looks at you and shrugs and says, "I have just arrived. I had heard of this, like the guards, when several of the guests and citizens ran back into town, screaming bloody murder."
With our previous history check, do we have any context as to if this is? Well, I suppose that would be a religion check. But do we have any context about why a hooded person would do this? Was it like a religious rite?
Well, I mean, you vaguely remember the individual saying, "May the D'Inferni be satisfied with this satisfaction." So they were probably hoping that the monstrosity killed as many people as possible.
Did any of us happen to see which way that hooded figure went to follow him, get at him, or anything like that?
One of you kind of did.
Anybody happen to see how this happened?
I think that was me. I don't remember where I saw it go.
Fantastic.
Well, I guess we'll report to Does the guy look like he's also head of the guards? I'll ask him that. Ask him if he's also head of the guards.
He indicates that he is not. He is simply the head of the Merchants Guild.
Well, then I'll still inform him that there was a hooded man who released this monstrosity onto the crowd, and unfortunately, we were not able to see which way he fled.
Okay. He thinks for a moment and says, "If you would like to investigate this further, feel free."
I'm gonna chuckle and take a drink.
Mr. Remy, or Mr. Duval, does what you're looking for in our group pertain to paying us? Should we help?
Indeed, it does.
You know, at that, Ernest will probably perk up and pat his pockets, and kind of look at his flask and kind of try to get the light inside of it to judge how full it is, and then tell the merchant man that he has changed his mind and will be happy to investigate further.
Okay.
Can I take a closer look at this monster?
Yeah.
Are there any like I don't know, like symbols, tattoos on this thing, or any ritual signs I see?
Looking at the monster, you can see that it is very much a corpse or several corpses stitched together and brought back through some sort of ritual. There's no markings on the body itself other than the fact that there are stitch marks holding some body parts on.
I turn to Mr. Duval. Has there been recently cases where there have been missing people in this city?
No, not missing.
I ask him if he has a graveyard.
Yes, every city has a graveyard.
Where is your graveyard? Where is the graveyard?
The graveyard would be on the southern side of town.
I'll kind of throw a look to, I guess it's the other dude, my other quill partner.
Leo.
Yeah.
I see his quill too. I'm like, nice quill, man.
He kind of looks at it and kind of grunts. And that's about it.
Can I look into this cart to see if there's anything else that could give us any hints to anything that may have just occurred? Is there any other things in here of value?
Make a...
Oh man, asking the important questions.
Make a perception check. Your choice as to whether it is seeing, smelling, tasting, touching, whatever.
Taste it.
I'm not tasting it. I want to... No.
Like, Lil, come on, just
Good
look
lord.
it. Just look it.
Yeah, it is a cart.
I triple stunted though. I have 3 2s.
So you have 2 stunt points. Let's
Is it
see.
3?
It's 2 stunt points.
Oh. I'm trying to figure out how this is calculated.
Alright, so if you mouse over your roll,
Yeah. It's like 2 + 2 + 2. Isn't that 3 dices?
it's 3 dices, so you have doubles, but only the last dice is your stunt die. So that's you have 2
got
stunt die. So you can for your RP, you can Bon Mot. You can add another thing. You can sway the crowd. There's much crowd you can sway.
Sway this horse.
So yeah, I mean, you did stunt, but sometimes there's just nothing to stunt to.
Yep.
So it is absolutely a cart. I mean, it is wood, and it is coarse, and oh shit, you just got a splinter because you're seeing, you're not touching. Yeah, it's a cart. Does anybody else
Dang
want
it.
to join Lily when looking at the cart?
I look over my sister, seeing what she's doing, and I take a glance as well. I can take any of them, or use any of the senses.
Yes, you can. Because you're not focused in it, you're just gonna get the same roll as you would with the perception, but it gives me an idea of what you want to do. All right, you look in the cart. And you notice that there's a little bit of dirt. And there is a grain of some sort.
I touch the grain and like rub it on my finger.
Okay.
Like rub it together between my fingers.
It's coarse, and taking the grain and rubbing it between your fingers causes the outer husk to break off, leaving the material inside. Still a grain.
Does it have a certain scent to it?
I mean, do you want to smell it?
Sure.
It smells like a grain.
I don't know what that is. What does the grain smell? Oh.
Neither do I. It smells like a grain.
I think it smells like grain, guys. This gray sub. You said it was gray, right?
No, it's no, the grain or the wait.
Oh, the grain. The
Grain. Yes, there's like we'll call it wheat.
Oh.
I roll my eyes. Ugh, really?
I think I'm onto something, guys.
Can I look on the ground for any tracks or anything like that?
Yeah, you can make a tracking check under perception if you'd like.
Well, while he's doing that, I'm gonna tell Leo who's in the cart to dig, or whoever's in the cart to dig through the grain. Maybe there's something in it.
It's Leo. It's not a whole lot of grain. There was like 2 or 3, maybe a handful of pieces of grain. It's not like you're going sawdust digging in a fair.
I thought there were a couple of bags of it. Never mind.
No, it's an empty cart with the exception of there's some dirt and other crap. Grimmo, for you on the north side of the cart, you see some footsteps that lead away from the cart towards the north.
And I will alert the party of that. Guys, I think I see some footprints leading off to the north. Is that where you saw the red-cloaked figure run to?
Sure. I said it's a great way to start. And I'm still standing back here quietly watching everyone do this. I'm still awed by seeing, as I don't get to see very many female elves jump in the line of battle.
As I get a creepy chill feeling behind my back of the neck.
All right. So, what is the what's the group going to do?
Let's go north.
Yeah, sounds good.
Grimolf is going to run down to that beer tent and grab one for the road.
All right.
And then start making his way north.
There's no bartender there, so you just gotta port yourself.
Noticing the speed at which Grimwolf is running back, Ernest is going to catch wind of what he's probably doing and probably go and get himself a refill too, since it's basically on the house at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, there's nobody here. What's in this tent? The one right next to the dead body.
Yeah, so since everyone has fled this general vicinity, what are in these other 3 tents that seem to have cleared out?
At least this one. I just want to see what...
The guards are still here, guys, just FYI.
Oh yeah, okay, never mind.
I do have thievery skills. I could do sleight of hand thingies or whatever. I'm just saying.
I just want to know. I took a glance in this tent to see what is inside.
So
Do I recognize Remy at all, or have I talked to him before?
I don't know because you didn't have a background for me to read.
Yeah, it's there.
It wasn't 3 hours ago.
Oh wow. It should have been. Sorry, it was done at like 2:00 Central.
Yeah, I checked it right before I left work. I'm like, God damn it.
No, my bad.
It's okay.
Well, I'm just asking because I'm a guilder or whatever.
Yeah. Let me see here. Look at the background real quick.
I wasn't too sure because I tried to look up things on
That's Leo.
like, what a guilder is, and so then I saw that you could have a trade, and I didn't know if like I just said maybe a weaponsmith. I don't know.
Did you grow up in Troyes?
Oh, I didn't state that where I grew up.
Do you want to have grown up in Troyes?
Is that the orc dominated like area?
No, it's not.
Okay, well, realistically, I wanted to be like where the other orcs are.
Okay, so you would have been like with the Norsemen.
Yeah.
You would have been like a Viking.
Ooh, even better. Yep.
I'm reading your thing, man. Stop that.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Given that you're not from the area, you probably would not have had any interaction with Remy. This is probably your first time in Troyes.
Okay, cool.
Alright, so everybody's getting a refill on their booze. Lily and
I have a
Leo
quick question
are
in
looking
regard
in a
to
tent.
ammo and stuff like that.
Mhm.
It's kind of like arrows, right? If I shoot it, I have a certain amount of ammo I have, correct?
Correct.
Okay, I don't have that indicated how much ammo I have, so how much ammo do I currently have?
I think above
Because I have a pistol.
you have a pistol.
Yeah.
Okay, and you are middle class, right?
Yes.
So, as a middle class
And then-
individual, you would have started with one pistol, 10 lead shots, and a small horn. So you get 10 shots.
Okay.
Tanya, what was the name of the merchant? The head of the merchants?
Remy Duval.
Remy Duval. Oh, here, let me
Duval.
go to my NPCs.
B-A-U-L-D-E?
Boop, there you go.
U-V-A-L. U-V. I'll do this.
You should have a little pop-up.
That's pretty good.
Maybe.
And I
it
totally
popped up for
spelled his
me.
name wrong. I hate all the spelling in this freaking game.
Right. So who's keeping the campaign notes?
I already put Remy Duval's name in the group notes.
Okay.
I decided I'd be Adam in this group.
Well, FYI, T is awesome at taking notes.
I don't want to do it for this one. I already have to do
Alright.
it for the other one.
Okay. So Lily and Leo are looking in this tent. This tent happens to be a spice merchant. And no, not the kind of spice that frickin' Scanlan thought he was getting.
It wasn't that special to begin with anyway. It was overpriced.
Actual spice.
Just
they have cinnamon,
Cinnamons.
cinnamon. But yeah, basic salt, pepper, cinnamon, all the shit that you would find.
Okay, what's in this one?
And as you move, as you like look in the tent and then move to another tent to look in it, one of the guards is like, "Hey!"
I just give him a nice smile and a wink and just casually make my way to the next tent.
Guard kind of scratches his head, says, "Ain't no merchants around here right now. Maybe you could
Here
not
to make sure no one's gonna steal anything.
Maybe you could not go snooping about their business. If you're looking to
Okay.
buy, you can wait till the merchants come back. They'll figure out that the thing's dead eventually." Alright, so you have decided to follow the prince north, yes? Alright. You do that, and as you do, you notice that there is an odd gate as the footprints fall. It looks almost as if there's a limp or one of the legs is being dragged just a little bit before it's picked up. And you follow the footprints for good several miles before you come to a farmstead. And I don't have a map for this. Sorry, guys. So I'm gonna put you back on the world map. You come to a farmstead, and outside is a young man who is working on tending to the equipment they use to farm. He's got a couple shovels, a hoe. He's got a scythe that he's sharpening in preparation for the end of the season.
Real quick, I guess, as we're walking
Mhm.
that direction, we probably all introduce ourselves.
Yes, go ahead and do that.
So that, because I know we made our character introductions in the beginning, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying, as far as we go, we're probably all like, hey, this is my name.
Yeah.
This, crazy things happen, dead people coming out of boxes. Who'd have thunk it?
So is there anything that any of your characters would immediately say during an introduction to somebody else, other than, hi, my name is?
I would be interested in, and I'm sorry, I keep on forgetting your character's name. My quill buddy.
That'd be Leo.
Leo.
Leo, thank you. Oh, there you are, Leo. I'd probably ask him where he got his quill.
Said it was a passed down to my family.
I'd ask
But it
him
was an heirloom. An heirloom. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah, an heirloom.
I'd ask him if he knew of anybody in his line that had anything to do with perhaps a peddler, maybe in the distant past.
I turn to the sky and I think to myself, have I ever seen a peddler in my distant past? Do I?
Have you? I mean, have you seen a peddler in the distant past?
Well, anybody
I've probably seen many peddlers in my distant past.
he's of indiscriminate height, indiscriminate race, wears a long coat all the time, sells very interesting wares. You know him if you saw him.
So basically, Ernest has described this peddler as average height, average weight, doesn't know the race because he's constantly got a hood covering his head, keeping him in shadows. His hands, when his hands come out, you see his hands, but nobody ever pays attention to hands when you're getting an item from a mysterious peddler.
I mean, it's fine if you don't. If you're confused, that's actually the perfect response that I'm looking for. So,
I look at him like, no. Give him like the most questionable response ever.
he considers you and your probably non-interesting quill carefully, and then I guess continues on the journey.
I turn to my sister. Why are you doing this? Are you sure you want to keep going?
Yes, because we were here for a purpose.
Alright.
It would Leo likes helping out the local constabulary, right?
No, that's true.
I mean, so you come to this farmstead, and there's a young man, probably in his mid to late 20s, repairing and preparing the equipment for the coming planting and the subsequent reaping of their farm. What would you guys like to do?
Is there grain? Is this like a grain farm?
I mean, it's hard to tell. It's just now coming spring. Nothing's sprouting. Are you asking the guy this?
Do I smell in the air?
You in the
grain
air.
seeds.
I would like you to make a perception smelling check, please.
Alright. Hold on.
Oh man,
Dang.
Look at this mighty. I take a big whiff.
you smell the smells, and as you do that, as you take a big whiff of farm air, you are first struck by the fact that the air here is so crisp and fresh, and then you're met with something unpleasant. Manure.
I knew it.
I can almost taste that.
And it becomes very obvious where you are smelling the manure from, because the fields next to the farmhouse look as if they have been recently plowed and churned, and you're gonna take a stab at it and think that the manure has been worked into the soil to do whatever the manure does.
We're like, fresh farmland. And then to walk back.
But no, you don't smell grain. No wheat.
Out of all that, no wheat.
No, I mean, it's not. You can't smell. It's not there.
You said there was somebody close to us working?
Yeah, there is a young man sitting on a bench outside the house of the farmstead, working on farming equipment.
I'm going to hail him.
All right.
And ask if there is a wheat farm nearby.
He waves back at you, and in kind of a slow voice, very very bumpkiny. You ask the wheat farm. He looks around. He says, "Yep."
Can you show us the direction?
He looks around again and says, "Yup."
Just gonna nod. Can you point the direction?
He just points down.
Oh.
Yeah, it's right back where you came from.
I'm getting a weird murder hobo vibe. Like we're gonna get brought to a shack in the back.
This isn't wrong. This isn't wrong turn. And you are not Elijah Dushku. Sorry.
I'm gonna ask him if he's missing any carts.
He looks around and says, "Yeah, my father did take the cart into town this morning. Some big crate. Came back without it, assuming he sold it."
Turn and look at the entire group and give them a very obvious, like, raised eyebrow.
And Grimald is going to, as stealthily as possible, try and pull out his battle axe.
Yeah, there's nothing stealth about that.
It's his farming equipment.
Nothing. There's nothing
Does your
stealth about that.
Dad wear a cloak when he left?
Yeah, he was afraid it was gonna rain.
Was it red?
As we look in the sky, is there a single cloud in the sky?
Not really.
For the moment, I'm
kid is
going
not
to
bright.
try.
This kid is
and
clearly
stop
not bright.
My dwarven brethren from entirely drawing his weapon. You know, we're going to take stock of the situation, and
I
then
was just going to show it to him.
Is your dad
This is.
What was that, T?
Is your dad around?
Yeah, he got back a few minutes before you did and went in the house.
Oh God. This is like literally going to be like.
can we speak to your dad? We wish to buy some grain if he has any left over.
Ain't got no surplus.
Well, I'm sure that we can work something out.
He's not a bright kid. I mean,
I know.
he's.
You mind calling your paw out? That's right, I went there.
He's not quite sure what paw means.
Dang it.
But he
Call your
says,
dad out?
He says,
Is that what he called?
you can
Happy?
you're welcome to go inside and talk to him.
Could you call him out?
He might not come. He's looking after Mother.
What's wrong with Mother?
Don't know. She ain't woke up for 3 months.
She's still alive.
Yeah.
Don't believe him.
Right?
Don't believe him.
I asked if was she really sick before she went to sleep for a long time?
Yeah.
Is there any weird smell coming off of that room?
Yeah.
Oh god. She could be dead.
I'm just gonna like make a big shishing motion to Lily.
I didn't say it that loud. I was like, with under my breath type thing.
So around, is there like, are the field hands are at work? I assume, if there are field hands.
So what you know about the farming community in this time frame, they were serfs, poor people who tilled the land and basically gave everything to the local lord except for what they barely survived off of. So this family that you're meeting in this small hovel of a home is working probably an acre of land here, give or take. And that's it. It's just the 3 of them.
Okay. So there's no other people on board. It's just the son.
Yeah.
All right.
Can
Grimald
I
is
stealth
going
to check out
make
the
his way
vicinity of the house?
I mean, sure. The kid's not paying attention to what you're doing.
Oh.
He's dumb as a box of rocks.
Okay, I'm gonna slowly
Wait, before you do that, I see what my sister's about to do. Is it like dusk? Like, is it dark? Like sun setting?
I would say that the incident in the market, the makeshift market, probably transpired around noonish. So it's probably now like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Never mind, you're on your own. I mean, is there a lot of shadow? Is there a lot of shadows around me?
No, I mean it's.
Nope. Forget it. You're on your own. What do you want me to do?
It's okay. You'll know if there's something wrong.
I'm going to thank the sun and make my way towards the farmhouse door.
All right, you thank him. You walk past him. You walk right up the door. It's not closed.
Interesting. I'm gonna just peek through the windows just to see if there's anything that's odd.
So you walk around this entire little hovel. There isn't a single window in this place.
Guys, there's no windows.
I knock on the door.
The door's open though.
The door is wide open.
He knocks on it anyways.
Of course.
You hear the son. The son's like, yeah.
How big is the hovel? Like, is it like a one-room thing where somebody could poke their head in and basically see all?
It's a 2-room ordeal, or at least that you make out. You poke your head in, and you can see there is a central fireplace, and above that is a small hole in the ceiling where the smoke would escape. Over the fireplace, or around the fireplace, there is 2 cast iron rods sticking out of the ground and one going across where their pot is hanging.
Okay.
There is a very rickety looking table in this room as well. There is what appears to be one sleeping area that's quite large. It's just straw on the ground. And then on the back side there is a doorway that just has a flimsy, ratty looking piece of cloth hanging across it.
Do we see anything in regards to it being Celtic or anything that would be anything of like scrawled on the wall or stuff like that?
No, I mean there's
Okay.
0 writing here.
Did anybody come when Leo knocked?
No. The sun turned and said, "Hey."
Did we hear anything from inside?
Yeah, you probably would have heard something in that second room. Some shuffling noises.
Is this house on 1 floor?
Are we gonna go in?
I guess we'll be polite. We'll call out first, and then we'll send our my dwarven comrade in for negotiations.
Okay. What would you like to call out with?
Just hello, like is anybody here? We're here to buy grain.
Sun turns around. That's inside. Yes, yeah. From the second room, you hear some more shuffling, and then you hear a muffled voice of what sounds like a much older gentleman. Tell you, talk to the boy.
The boy's simple. We want to talk to you.
I know that. Talk to the boy.
Okay, I yell out whatever we heard out in the bazaar thingy or whatever. What was it that was said?
May the D Ifirni in fury, D Ifiri, find satisfaction in sacrifice.
Okay, so I just say Deet and Fury and see if it happens anything. If it does anything.
There's the spelling for you in case you're interested.
Yeah. I yell that and see
Okay.
if it draws him out or anything like that.
Several minutes go by, and a hunched figure walks out of the second room, pushing the cloth aside, shaking his head. Cloak is no longer on him. He's old. He is an old man. He has thinning, white, wispy hair. When he talks, you notice that there are several rotting teeth in his mouth, even more missing. He has a look on his face of complete and utter I can't place the word. Remorse. He looks like he's made the worst mistake in his life. And he comes out and he says, yeah, I didn't have a choice.
I've been there. Do you want to explain?
And he does so. He explains to you that his wife has been languishing between life and death for 3 months. She hasn't woken up. The physicians that they can afford haven't been able to do anything for him or her. He tells you he was hoping that appeasing the gods of the underworld would relinquish their hold on his wife.
I tell him that I know a thing or two about telling fate to go shove it. So I go in and I try to take a look, or I ask him if I can go take a look.
He nods.
So I'm gonna go look. I don't know if my spells are supposed to be a solution to this problem, but I'm gonna tell him that I learned a neat trick taking care of my hangovers, and would revival technically, because revival, your touch helps restore the grievously wounded or fallen. A dying character adjacent to you immediately regains hit points. Would that be enough to heal this situation?
You can.
I mean, I could try
You
it.
can certainly try.
Okay. All right, big money, no whammies. All right.
All right. You walk into the room, and you are met by pretty bad smell. It's obvious that the old man and the mentally handicapped son have not been doing their best to clean the room. And when you walk in, you see the woman lying on what you perceive as the floor. She's on a bed of straw that is not raised up off the ground. There are things moving in the straw, rodents, God knows what. And you kneel down beside her, and
Flask.
huh?
After a shot from my
After a
flask.
shot from the flask, you're stealing yourself. You kneel down beside her and place your hand on her shoulder, and cast your spell.
I guess it would be the quill. I have to
Okay.
tip her with the quill.
Okay, you touch her with the tip of your quill, and that just sounded so dirty.
That's the tip.
You touch her with the tip of your writing utensil. And the spell is successful in the fact that you were able to cast it. And as you do cast it, you notice a soft glow come over the woman's body. However, while she looks less starved and emaciated, she does not awaken.
Well, that was that.
Brother, do you want to check to make sure she's alive?
Take a look. She's
All
dead,
right.
and then I just look around, turn back. Well, I'll take a quick. I'll take a real look.
Okay.
I glance in.
All right. As you glance in, you do see her chest rise and fall. It is slow, and it is ragged in its movement.
So I have a talent called surgery.
Surgery, yeah.
Oh, okay. Surgery.
It's the weird
It
spelling.
says I can treat wounds and illnesses. Is it something that I can help her with? Anyway, like to help alleviate any of the pain she's going through or any of the symptoms.
Let's see here. Hold on. Where is that? Make an intelligence healing check. Or just a straight intelligence check. While you can treat the wounded, looking at the woman's body and hearing the story the man has told you, you determined that this is probably beyond your skills.
I just turn to my sister who's looking at me and just give her like a sad like nod no.
Okay.
And then I just leave her. Or let's go back to where the group is.
All right. Is Ernest also moving back into that first room?
While Leo's doing his thing, is there any way that I can? Because if I see that my magic hangover cure didn't work, is there a way that I might be able to try to tell if this is something magical that is upon her? Is there like a magic arcane? There's an arcana lore, isn't there?
There is an arcane lore, yes. It's knowing about magic and its traditions.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
While this is going on, I'm just watching the old guy.
He's not doing a whole lot.
Waiting with bated breath.
Yes.
Can I make an arcane lore check? Is that kosher?
Yeah, you can.
While he's doing that, I want to ask the old man, like, what made him think that D in Fury was going to help in this situation?
Okay, I'll answer that in a second. Ernest, looking back and thinking back about your training with the arcane, you know that there are some spells that, while beyond your capabilities at this point in time, can cause individuals to slip into a death-like state. However, you have never heard of an individual in a death-like state for this long.
As Lily is talking behind me, I'm going to tap Leo and then take out my little pad and then write could be spell. I'm going to quietly let him know it is what
Okay.
it might be.
And Lily's question was why he thought that the Inferi would help. He says that, well, she hasn't woken up. She's clearly not dead and not alive. So it was my thought and hope that while she was sick and running fever, that she was supposed to die, but didn't, and her soul is being held in like the entrance to the underworld, and maybe if I appeased the gods of the underworld, that they would release her.
Where did you get your pet?
I just went and dug up a body.
And how did it reanimate itself?
He has no idea. He has no fucking clue.
So you dug up a body.
How did you come across this information?
He like how to get the body and everything and how to do this.
Yes.
He says that a traveling peddler.
Fuck. And my character, like Ernest, would probably say that as soon as you said a traveling peddler.
A traveling
he would probably just be like, "Merd."
A traveling peddler came and stopped by the farm and said that he could help my wife. And told me what to do. I don't know what I did.
I asked him if he gave him anything. Did the peddler give him anything?
Just the information.
Did you give anything in return? Or did you just perform the information?
Not that I'm aware of.
Have you seen the peddler in town?
We shook hands.
Yeah,
Can you describe the hand?
Yeah, can you describe?
It was wrinkly.
It was old.
It was
Indiscriminately raced.
it was really dark. The hand,
skin?
not yeah.
Oh,
The skin was
okay.
really dark. No, he had me the dark room. I'm just kidding. The skin
Did he
was-
have any distinguishing cloaks that he was wearing? Could you recall?
No, I mean he was just wearing a cloak. It was very voluptuous. I don't know.
Have you seen him in town? Is he a normal occurrence in town, or was he just passing through?
This is the first time I've seen him.
Yeah.
But since this didn't work, there are rumors about something I haven't tried yet.
And that would be...
I can't try it because it would require me to travel many days distance away.
Where are these rumors coming from?
Other farmers who have had sick family members, traders.
Is this a normal occurrence right now in this area?
Sickness?
Yes.
It's always
The
This
same
kind of
sickness as
sickness.
there was?
It's always
Or-
an occurrence.
This kind of sickness, the
Oh,
massive coma.
No, not that he's aware of.
Okay.
But he explains to you that traders come with stories about farmers from south of here that family members get sick, and that they go talk to a woman in the woods who gives them a elixir of some sort, and it cures their family members.
Neat.
So you would have to go many days to get this elixir, is what you're saying?
Yeah, and he can. I mean, he can't leave his wife, or he won't leave his wife.
Do you
And-
mind giving us
and
the
I can't-
information?
I can't send the boy.
Have you
We
tried?
understand that.
Maybe he's very gifted.
No? No?
I'm sorry. What was that?
Do you mind giving us the information of where this is? Maybe
Uh,
we'll look into it.
He knows that it is south of Troyes, in the Langris area, and that she resides somewhere near the rift, the crevasse.
Do you have a name?
Go ahead.
He does not.
Okay.
Grimulf is going to pipe up at this point and say that wheat is crucial in the brewing of alcohol, and he offers his assistance to find this woman.
All right. What about the rest of you?
I guess since someone else has already volunteered to help, I'm just kind of check my liquor level in my flask and go along with it.
Yeah,
I suggest
I'm
you
in.
return to town first, though.
All right.
Since you didn't get to really see my backstory, but I know what it's about when people don't want to help. So
I'll read it more in depth tomorrow and build something for just you, just like I've done for everybody else. What about Lily and Leo?
I take a look at the dying mother,
Mm-hmm.
and just look at my sister and say, "We have to help him."
And I already knew because of the fact that it's a family. Since we lost ours so early.
Okay. So you agree to help the farmer, and he does give you his name, by the way.
Bilbo Baggins.
It is it's Arbitio.
Wow, what a fancy name for a farmer.
Yeah, that is a really nice name for a farmer.
I know. I'm not gonna
So
lie.
fancy.
Arbitio. Do we have names for the mom and the kid?
Nope.
Okay, mom and kid.
Oh, fantastic. Dan, if you're doing the group notes,
Yep.
great job. I don't have to do anything.
So after agreeing to assist Arbitio, you begin the couple-hour trek back to Troyes, where you enter. Where's my little map thing? You enter through the Villum Gate. And the fair was happening just outside the Villum Gate, in the fields around it. What would you like to do?
Wait. So the mystical woman was north or
South.
What do you say the direction? South.
South.
South in Langres or whatever. South of
Yeah.
where Troy is.
Yeah.
We have to make our way to
Out of the city.
the St. Bomanus or the Milan Gate. Yes,
Right.
yeah, we have to go south.
But don't forget, you also had Remy Duval asking you to stop by his office.
We should give him the updated information. Maybe there's more other cases like this. Do we know where the Merchant Guild is?
No, I mean, you don't know exactly where it is, but you can ask around and find your way there. It's
Should
not
we
difficult.
should we really tell Remy? Because he's probably gonna want that farmer then, because he did cause someone to get killed.
True. My vote is we tell nobody, and I go back and I look through the tents to see who all was there. Set up shop in the tents.
is there anything else you would like to do in Troyes besides go and rob people?
I think we should
What's
still go
Rob?
talk to Remy, see what he's got for us. Maybe there's something
Because
on
he's
the
willing
way.
to pay us to do something.
He is willing to pay you to do something, yes.
I say let's hear him out.
Yeah, be as vague as possible about the farmer, or omit that entirely.
I say omit that entirely. Because Leo does bring up the point. He may actually go after him.
Okay, so you're going to head to the to Remy's office then?
Yeah, so we'll ask around the town and look
Okay.
for the merchant guild.
You ask around, and the citizens point you in the right direction. After some walking, you make your way there. It is just on the other side of Vulcan Gate, inside the original Roman walls, right here.
Is that a bridge? Or how do we cross the water?
There's
there
a
a
bridge
bridge
there.
somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you swim, damn it.
I just
Yes.
jump.
Yeah, just jump. No, yeah, there's bridges. So you arrive at the office of Remy Duval, and walk in. He is sitting behind a desk, off to the side of the room, just kind of looking over some paperwork. As you walk in, he looks up from his paperwork and smiles wide at you, and says, "Good! You've decided to take me up on my offer then, yes?"
He's like, yeah, of course.
I'd like to hear out what you're offering.
He explains that several of his guards have been conscripted to help the city guards with the festivities in town. And he is short on guards to guard caravans going to and from Troyes to Langres, Autun, and Paris.
I say that we might be able to help with any caravans going to Langres for the moment.
Okay. And he doesn't question why you chose Langres. He's just like, good.
Maybe Paris too, if there's some free booze involved.
Or if it's a pretty penny.
He explains to you that you will be expected to guard the caravan going to Langres, and then guard a caravan coming from Langres back to Troyes, where you will then collect your pay.
How much are we talking about?
Well, given the state of the roads, bandits have. It's been a lean winter, so bandits are more prevalent on the roads nowadays, looking to feed their families. He will offer you. Give me a second. Well, I looked up rewards.
Then how many carts are we protecting in this caravan?
There will be four carts. And of course, some of his guards will be going along as well. I mean, it won't just be you guys. Great treasure.
I look at the party to see a consensus whether or not they agree.
So, just for your reference, it'll be middling treasure. And I will go ahead and just roll that now.
Big money, no whammies.
60 silver pieces each.
Wow.
Okay.
When do we start?
He tells you that the next caravan slated to head for Langris is in 2 days' time.
Okay.
So stay,
I'm
enjoy the festivities.
How long is the festivity for?
It is the spring festival. It lasts generally 2 or more weeks.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, it's they partied hardy back then.
Ernest, let's go get drunk.
Enjoy our fair city. Meet some of the individuals. I'm sure Arkulf would love to meet you.
Who?
Arkulf.
Who's he?
He is the captain of the guard.
I'm sure he would love to meet some of us. That was an out of character joke. Seeing as I don't know anybody here that the Arkolf.
That will be probably important for me and Leo to figure out.
Or, if you're interested in making money, there is a job board posted outside the guardhouse.
Got 2 days.
We should go check out that board.
All right.
Before the dwarves go get Crunk, I do ask Remy if he knows of any visiting peddlers in town.
I mean, there's an entire festival of visiting peddlers out the Willem Gate.
With dark hands.
But this one has dark hands. He wears a cloak. He sells strange and slightly wondrous items.
He thinks for a second. I don't recall seeing any dark-skinned merchants. That doesn't mean they're not there. I just haven't had an opportunity to go check out the festivities as much as I would like.
Do you not keep a ledger of the merchants for the festivities, or do you just kind of open it up to the public?
We just pretty much open it up. Anything happening with shops in town? I'm your guy.
Alrighty. Then I suggest to my dwarven friend, whose name is Grimulf, that we go back to the festivities and go get Crunk, or go drink ale and party.
Try and find, one place that's doing like a drinking contest or something.
Sure, you can find one of those.
Oh, that's right. I checked the drinking box. It's on.
Yeah, me too.
Jesus. Dwarves. What is the rest of the party going to do?
I'm gonna go check out the job board because I'm always looking to have a pretty penny in my pocket.
Okay. It's really easy to find where the guardhouse is. It is right on the other side of the Vulcan Gate, outside of the old Roman wall. However, the job board is eerily empty, with a single note that says "Inquire within."
I look at my brother with
There's no jobs. There's no jobs. I say just go. Okay, fine. We can go in. She gives me a stern look. Fine, we'll go in.
No, I'm confused why it would be like this.
I'm not very good at reading people's faces, so I just walk in.
You just walk in? Alright. So it's probably like 5-ish now, 6-ish, give or take. Which means...
Yeah, there's ships.
Yeah! Yes, there are! A lot of fucking guard names I had to come up with. As you walk in, it's semi-bar reminiscent. There is a long countertop that divides where people walk in and where the guards are seated. there is a single female sitting like dead center at the counter, looking over some paperwork. Behind her, there are 2 or 3 guards kind of sitting at a table. She looks up from her paperwork and says, "Strangers, how can I help you?
It's more like, how can we help you?
Are you
Your message board. It says it's a little empty, but it says
You're-
inquire within.
You're referring to that. You'll want to come back at 3rd shift and talk to Adeline, sergeant on shift then."
Adeline. What time is 3rd shift?
She looks at her watch, not there. Because it's the Middle Ages.
Right, like, why are you looking at your wrist?
Her wrist-mounted sundial.
Right.
Right. She takes a moment
Nope,
to think.
not at the moment inside a building.
She takes a moment to think, and she says, "It's usually a couple hours after sun goes down."
All right, I guess we will be back. Just by curiosity, do you happen to know anybody by the name of Georg?
Georg. I know a George.
Maybe.
Sure. With that,
Hold on. What shift is he on? And as she says George, one of the guards behind her kind of looks up and says, "Yeah?" And then
do I
says,
recognize him?
No.
Okay.
You have
Darn
no
it.
idea who that guy is.
Never mind. Hi, George. Just wanted to know if there was a guard named George. Sorry.
I heard great things about you, George. And just, give a snap of the finger.
Like,
And then, we'll see you guys later.
But she does lean over the counter a little bit and says, "If you're interested in helping Sergeant Adeline out, you'll be interested to know that she's looking for assistance for individuals to go undercover."
Oh, we suck at that. Cool. Do you know what kind of trouble this is?
Yeah, with the festivities in town, there's been a few assaults and robberies that have happened, and we don't want to really post that on the board. Kind of bad for business, especially now. But you'll want to come back and talk to Adeline when she's on
fair
shift.
enough. Okie dokie.
Be like, alright, we'll be back.
So we leave. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So Grimulf and Ernest are off getting drunk. What was Gar doing during this whole exchange?
I actually was gonna look to see if I could find a weapon shop.
Yeah, there is absolutely a weapon shop in town. It is, oddly enough, very near the Vulcan Gate.
Oh.
I swing by there too.
Vulcan Gate was thus named because of Vulcan, the smith of the gods.
Do I see any, like, two-handed bludgeon items that would catch my eye? Anything unique, or is it just all standard?
Here you're going to find some standard fare items. Do you want to talk to the proprietor of the shop, or are you just gonna kind of look around?
Just kind of looking around. I guess I'll ask him, do you have anything rare, or anything that people would name?
The proprietor shakes his head and says, "Nope. I mean, I supply mostly the guards of town. They're really not looking for named swords. And they can't really afford named swords anyway."
Fair enough. All right, now I'm gonna just go drink beer as well.
So we got now Gar, Ernest, and Grimmelf going to get very, very sloshed at the festivities. I'm assuming you went. Did you look for a local bar or did you go out to the festivities?
I am trying to push people out to the festivities because I also have the ulterior motive of trying to look through the merchants to see if I can recognize.
Okay, fair enough.
If it's a late night party, we can go to the local bars.
So you all head out towards the festivities out the Villum Gate. Make your way back to the beer tent. The area where the monstrosity was is now lively again. There is more musicians playing right outside that beer tent. There are several villagers and commoners and individuals looking through tents and wares, and it's a very, very lively event going on.
Is it evening at this point?
Yeah. It's 6 or 7ish. Sun's starting to go down. People are going to various tents that are now serving food. Lily and Leo, did you want to head back out that way as well?
Yeah, for the purposes of here, now that it's getting to be a little bit more dusk and stuff like that, I kind of want to of mingle in the shadows per se to try to listen for anything in regards to any tips with quill and dagger.
Okay. So you all are now out at the festivities. Ernest, Grimmelf, and Gar, you're at that beer tent that you had seen earlier. And as you're now on probably your third or fourth drink, a human male walks up to you and slaps you on the back and yells out, "Next round's on me!" And liberally takes a seat next to you.
Kill him. No. Battle actions, kill him.
He leans over. He leans over and says, "Oh, I've got to thank you, fellas. You saved my troop." And he introduces himself as Sam.
Well, I inform him that, of course, it was no trouble whatsoever, but I'll definitely take that drink. So I say, how long have you been born here, Sam? Is this your town of origin?
Nah, we're a traveling troupe. I've performed, and my troupe have performed for countless lords and ladies, and the occasional commoner.
Grimulf is going to ask who the minstrel was that was dismembered and eaten.
Oh, that's a sad day right there. Name was Isaac.
To Isaac.
To Isaac. He sucked at playing the panpipes anyway, and Sam downs his drink. Alright. Lily and Leo have joined the festivities. You guys are looking around for information about the Quill and Dagger. Not real easy to find information on a secret society.
Oh, Lily can do that. I'll actually look at the tent and see at the merchandise over there. You know,
Right.
Are there any anything like a pet shop? And I'm
Any what?
catch an egg. I don't know, something like that. I'm just kidding. But I'm just
Any
looking around
any
and
what?
Pet eggs. He wants an egg, dragon egg.
An egg shop.
No, I'm just kidding. But I'm just like looking
Oh my
around,
gosh.
looking at what the festival.
No, you're gonna give him a pink squirrel.
Like pink squirrels come from eggs?
And actually, I think this is a good time to call it. So you guys are out at the festivities. Lily and Leo know that there is a job waiting for you that evening after sun goes down, and you met Sam, a traveling minstrel with his troupe.
Traveling minstrel with his troupe. Yes, there we are. Sam, traveling minstrel. With his troupe.
Well, I gotta loot this game. That's cool. Am I proficient with this loot?
I think you grabbed panpipes.
Oh, panpipes. Sorry.
Yeah, I think he was carrying panpipes.
Like, if I wanted to play it, what kind of rolls would I have to do?
Let's see here. It is going to be
Seduction.
Performance?
performance. Yeah. Fucking
Seduction?
Seduction.
God.
No, it's performance. Communication performance. Entertaining an audience with an artistic talent, which can mean many, many things. No, there are no ping pong balls. All right, I'm gonna stop the recording.